When we think about the world's deadliest predators, our minds naturally go to the giants, the creatures that inspire both awe and terror. A lion sprinting through the savannah, a great white shark emerging from the depths with rows of razor-sharp teeth, or even the silent and calculating assassin that is the human hunter. These are the figures that dominate documentaries, myths, and nightmares. But what if I told you that the most effective predator on Earth isn't something that roams, stalks, or even hunts for sport? Instead, it's something small, delicate-looking, and so commonplace that you've probably never given it a second thought. This predator doesn't rely on brute force, pack hunting, or advanced technology. Instead, it possesses an almost supernatural ability to track, calculate, and strike with precision that no other creature can match. In the natural world, deadliness isn't just about size or strength, it's about effectiveness. A predator's deadliness is ultimately measured by one thing: how successful it is at catching its prey. A shark might look terrifying, but it often fails to secure a meal. A lion might be powerful, but it spends more time failing than succeeding. If we define deadliest by the ability to consistently and efficiently kill, then the answer to the question, which is the deadliest predator on Earth, will take us in a completely unexpected direction. Our journey to find the ultimate hunter starts with examining what most people assume to be the greatest predators on Earth. Lions are often called the kings of the animal kingdom, and for good reason. They are powerful, work in coordinated packs, and can take down prey much larger than themselves. Their image is one of raw power and dominance, but in reality, a lion's hunting success rate hovers around 20 to 30%. That means that for every 10 hunts, at least 7 end in failure. Tigers, the largest of all big cats, are solitary hunters that rely on stealth and ambush tactics. They strike with tremendous force, but their success rate is similarly unimpressive, around 10% to 15%. Wolves, known for their teamwork, have slightly better odds, but even then they succeed in fewer than half of their hunts. Even humans, the dominant species on Earth, aren't as effective as we'd like to believe. Yes, we have guns, traps, and sophisticated strategies, but without technology, we are weak and slow. A human armed with nothing but their hands would struggle to catch a rabbit, let alone larger prey. So if these powerful, intelligent, and seemingly superior creatures don't hold the title for the most effective predator, who does? What animal possesses the greatest efficiency when it comes to hunting? The answer is something most people would never expect. It doesn't have claws, it doesn't have fangs, it doesn't even weigh more than a few grams. Yet it is the most efficient killer in the animal kingdom. The answer is the dragonfly. At first glance, the dragonfly seems far removed from the world of apex predators. It's an insect, fragile, unassuming, and incapable of causing harm to humans. It doesn't inspire fear like a tiger or a shark, but to the creatures it hunts, the dragonfly is a death machine. Dragonflies have been around for more than 300 million years, predating dinosaurs and evolving into one of the most refined hunting organisms on Earth. While lions may be impressive with their pack strategies and sharks may be terrifying in their speed and power, the dragonfly has them all beaten in one critical aspect: success rate. Unlike most hunters, which fail the majority of the time, the dragonfly succeeds in capturing its prey 97% of the time. That's right. When a dragonfly locks onto a target, it almost never fails. To put this into perspective, lions fail more than 70% of the time. Even the deadliest human snipers, trained for years to hit moving targets, can't match this kind of precision. The dragonfly's ability to capture its prey is almost absolute. If it sets its sights on a mosquito, a fly, or any other small insect, the outcome is all but guaranteed. But what makes this insect so incredibly efficient? It all comes down to a combination of evolutionary advantages that turn the dragonfly into a perfect hunting machine. The first secret to the dragonfly's success lies in its vision. Unlike most creatures, which rely on limited fields of view, dragonflies possess enormous compound eyes that wrap around their heads, giving them nearly 360-degree vision. These eyes contain thousands of tiny lenses that allow the dragonfly to detect even the slightest movements of its prey. Most predators track movement based on reactive adjustments. They see their prey move and then respond accordingly. But the dragonfly does something far more advanced. Its eyes allow it to not only detect movement but predict the future path of its prey. Imagine trying to swat a fly with your hand. Even with human intelligence and hand-eye coordination, it's frustratingly difficult because the fly moves unpredictably. Now imagine if you could somehow see exactly where the fly would be a second into the future. Your hand would move before the fly even had a chance to escape. That's precisely what a dragonfly does. Its eyes send rapid information to its optic lobes, which process movement so effectively that it can anticipate and calculate exactly where its prey will be before striking. This ability gives it an almost supernatural precision, a biological aimbot that ensures it never misses. But vision alone doesn't explain why the dragonfly is so deadly. It also has the perfect physical adaptations to ensure that once it attacks, there is no escape. Unlike most insects that rely on a single pair of wings, the dragonfly has two pairs that operate independently. This allows it to maneuver in ways that no other creature can match. It can hover in place like a helicopter, dart forward like a missile, and even fly backward, something that very few flying creatures can do. When it locks onto a target, it doesn't chase it like a lion or a wolf. Instead, it intercepts. The dragonfly's brain calculates not just where the prey is, but where it will be, and then it moves to that exact spot, ensuring a direct collision. And when that moment arrives, the dragonfly's front legs, equipped with tiny spiked bristles, snap forward, trapping the prey mid-air with no chance of escape. The moment the dragonfly's jaws close, the hunt is over. This incredible efficiency isn't just an accident of evolution, it's the result of millions of years of refinement. Every part of the dragonfly's body, from its eyes to its wings to its legs and jaws, is built for one purpose: to catch and consume prey with almost perfect accuracy. If deadliness is measured by hunting success, then the dragonfly isn't just one of the best predators on Earth, it is the greatest of them all. What truly sets the dragonfly apart from every other predator is its almost supernatural ability to anticipate and intercept its prey with precision that seems impossible. This phenomenon is often referred to as the biological aimbot, a system so precise that it allows the dragonfly to not just react to movement, but to predict it with near-perfect accuracy. To understand just how extraordinary this ability is, let's compare it to human-made technology. The most advanced fighter jets and missile tracking systems rely on complex algorithms to anticipate the movement of fast-moving targets. These systems track velocity, trajectory, and acceleration, adjusting their course in real time to ensure they intercept their targets. This requires massive amounts of computing power and is the result of decades of engineering. And yet, the dragonfly, a creature that weighs less than a paperclip, does all of this instinctively. Its brain is hardwired to perform the same kind of predictive calculations as an advanced military targeting system, but without any need for conscious thought. Scientists have studied the dragonfly's tracking system extensively, and what they've discovered is nothing short of astonishing. Unlike most predators, which rely on a trial-and-error approach when chasing prey, the dragonfly doesn't chase at all. Chasing implies reacting to movement, meaning there's always a chance of failure if the prey suddenly changes direction. But the dragonfly doesn't operate on reaction time alone, it operates on prediction. Here's how it works. When a dragonfly locks onto a target, its optic lobes, the part of the brain responsible for processing visual information, immediately begin calculating the prey's speed, direction, and acceleration. Instead of flying toward where the prey is, the dragonfly flies toward where the prey will be. In other words, the dragonfly is always one step ahead of its target. This system is so advanced that the dragonfly is capable of locking onto a single target in a swarm of moving insects. Imagine trying to track a single fly in a chaotic cloud of mosquitoes. Most predators would struggle to focus on just one target in such a confusing scene, but the dragonfly's targeting system is selective. Once it chooses a target, Its brain essentially ignores all other distractions, ensuring a clean and precise interception. To put this into perspective, imagine you are in a crowded stadium watching a football game. Thousands of people are moving, cheering, and shifting in their seats. Now imagine trying to focus on just one person in that crowd while they move unpredictably through the chaos. Not only do you have to keep your eyes locked on them, but you also have to anticipate exactly where they will be several seconds into the future. That is what the dragonfly does every single time it hunts, and it does it with a 97% success rate. But this biological aimbot is only half of the story. The other key to the dragonfly's unmatched deadliness lies in its nervous system. When a human moves their arm to catch a ball, there is a slight delay between the brain sending the signal and the muscles responding. This delay, known as neuromuscular lag, is tiny, just a fraction of a second. But in the world of high-speed motion, that fraction of a second can make the difference between success and failure. Dragonflies, however, have ultra-fast neural pathways that minimize this delay to almost zero. The moment its brain makes a decision, the command to move is executed at lightning speed. This allows the dragonfly to adjust its flight path instantly, making it one of the most responsive hunters in the animal kingdom. Even more astonishing is how little energy the dragonfly expends during a hunt. Because it intercepts rather than chases, it doesn't waste energy zigzagging or adjusting its path mid-flight. This efficiency means the dragonfly can continue hunting for long periods without tiring, unlike other predators that burn enormous amounts of energy in pursuit of prey. And let's not forget the role of its dual wing system, which gives it an advantage that no other flying predator possesses. Most insects and birds rely on synchronized wing flapping, meaning that their wings move in unison to generate lift and thrust. The dragonfly, however, can move its front and back wings independently, allowing it to hover, pivot in place, and change direction instantly. This ability makes the dragonfly's mid-air movements almost alien-like. It can stop abruptly, rotate its body 180 degrees, and resume flight in the opposite direction, all within a fraction of a second. This extreme maneuverability ensures that once the dragonfly locks onto its prey, escape is nearly impossible. One of the most fascinating aspects of the dragonfly's predatory nature is that it doesn't just hunt to survive, it hunts instinctively and relentlessly. Unlike lions or wolves, which only hunt when they are hungry, dragonflies hunt constantly, feeding on mosquitoes, flies, bees, and other small insects. A single dragonfly can consume hundreds of mosquitoes per day, making it one of the most effective natural pest controllers in existence. This relentless predatory drive has been perfected over 300 million years of evolution. Fossil records show that prehistoric dragonflies were even larger than their modern counterparts, with wingspans reaching up to 2.5 feet. These ancient dragonflies likely ruled the skies, preying on whatever unfortunate insects crossed their path. Even today, despite their small size, dragonflies remain at the top of their food chain. They have no real predators that specifically target them, and their aerial abilities make them almost untouchable. So, what does all of this mean? It means that in a world filled with lions, sharks, and humans, creatures that dominate through strength, intelligence, and power, the dragonfly reigns supreme in efficiency. It is the undisputed master of aerial predation, achieving a success rate that no other predator can match. And yet, despite being the most effective hunter on Earth, the dragonfly remains largely unnoticed by humans. We see them darting around ponds, hovering gracefully in the air, and landing on reeds with an elegance that hides their true nature. But beneath that delicate exterior lies the perfect predator, a living machine designed for one purpose: to hunt, catch, and consume with near-perfect precision. If deadliness is measured by success, then the dragonfly isn't just a skilled hunter, it is the greatest predator to ever exist. And if you think that's fascinating, wait until you hear about another predator that defies all expectations, one that lurks in the shadows and strikes with even greater stealth. But that's a story for another time. Stay tuned for our next deep dive into nature's most unexpected assassins.